Hi guys, I'm Laura Vitale. On this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I want to share with you a lovely peach and blueberry coffee cake that's perfect for this time of year. Take advantage of the peaches and blueberries and raspberries and strawberries and all the wonderful fruits and vegetables available to us right now, because before we know it, it'll be pumpkin everything, which I can't lie, very excited about. But today we're going to focus on peaches and blueberries and make a lovely coffee cake that's super simple to make, but it's really delicious and you're going to love it. Perfect for company. I'm going to do everything by hand because I can. I've got my oven preheated to 350. I need to grease a 9.5-inch springform pan. This is non-stick. I prefer non-stick. If it's not non-stick, I usually stick stuff in it, which is not good. I'm going to grease that in a second, but I'm all out of cooking spray. So what I like to do is, well, first of all, I should probably show you the list of ingredients. So excited to eat, I forgot. It's really not that long. You just need all-purpose flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, sugar, fresh blueberries, eggs. This is some plain Greek yogurt. You'll need some milk, good vanilla extract, fresh peaches, unsalted butter that's been softened at room temperature, and I have a little vanilla sugar as well. Okay, so to my butter, it's been softened to room temperature. I just take my butter, and then what I do, I take the wrapper and just a little bit of the butter like that, right? It's not much. I'm not taking anything away from the recipe. And then you take this and then you use it to butter your dish. Resourceful, you see. And also, it's non-stick, so nothing's really going to stick to this, so it's fine. But you know, I like to take precautions when I can. To my butter, I need to cream it with my sugar. I'm going to do that with my spatula. How many times can I say mine, okay? I'm just going to cream this with a spatula until it's incorporated, and then we'll continue to add additional ingredients. Lovely. I'm going to add my eggs. Look how beautiful those yolks are. Those are really good farm fresh eggs. I'm going to make my cake nice and rich. Good splash of vanilla. This is my homemade vanilla. I need to make some more. And then at this point, I like to switch to a whisk and then just give it a good whisking for like a minute or so, just to mix everything together. There's something very therapeutic about making a cake batter or a muffin batter, a cookie dough by hand. It almost, to me anyway, it keeps me in touch with my mother and my grandmother, because let me tell you, you go to my grandmother's house, right? And I have a lot of uncles. They spoil her rotten because she deserves it. They buy her a standing mixer. They buy her a big, powerful blender. They are all still in the boxes, hidden in a closet, because the woman just likes her one spoon, a bowl, and a whisk. So I love that. And that's what I know. When I do it by hand, I always think of that and the fact that if you just put a lot of love in it, you don't really need anything fancy. Okay, that's gorgeous. Let's add the yogurt. Now the yogurt, you could also use sour cream if you want to, is going to make this cake incredibly moist, which is nice. So I'm going to add that in. Like I said, if you don't have it, you can use sour cream. If you don't have either, just add more milk. It doesn't really make much of a difference, but it does make it really nice and moist. Okay, now to this, I'm going to add my dry ingredients. Add that right in, and along with that, a good splash of milk. You might need all the milk, you might not need all of it. Just keep, take your time and just keep mixing until it's all incorporated. That looks fantastic. Okay, just add that right into your pan. If you want your cake to be a lot thicker, you could use like a 9-inch springform pan. This is closer to 10 inches, but either will do. Spread that around. It will rise a bit as well as it bakes. I actually quite like that it's not super thick. Makes the batter go a long way. Get it all off of that. Okay, now you take your peaches. It's important that you buy peaches that are of course in season. You don't want to use frozen peaches for this, because as soon as you add them on and they start baking, all the liquid will come out, they'll thaw, it'll be a disaster. But you want to make sure they're not super soft that you can't slice them. So they need to they just need to have a little give, but for the most part they need to still be somewhat firm. But if they're in season, they're going to be sweet either way. Cut them in half, give them a twist like that, And then you just give them a slice, put them right on there like so. And how gorgeous is that? Peaches are on, and then I just like to kind of scatter the blueberries around. Then what happens is, as everything bakes, those juices kind of seep into the sponge, and it's moist and it's flavorful. It's absolutely delicious. Now I made a cake similar to this several years ago with my vanilla blueberry coffee cake with a streusel topping, which is phenomenal. It's similar to this, but I didn't want to do the streusel topping because I felt like if I did that, then it would take away from the peaches, you know what I mean? And I didn't want to do that. So this is lovely as is, and I'm going to sprinkle the top in just a minute with some vanilla sugar. So as everything bakes, just this aroma will just waft through the house. And this is, of course, vanilla sugar that I make. You just take a couple of vanilla pods after you've used the seeds. You put them into a jar with some granulated sugar and you have vanilla sugar. And it's one of the best things to keep in your pantry because you can use it on everything. You just sprinkle it on top like so. Oh, it smells insanely good. You just need a couple tablespoons, not a whole lot. And now I'm just going to pop this into a 350-degree preheated oven for around 45 minutes to an hour. I'm going to let it cool and I'll show you what it looks like and then digging in. My cake baked for right around an hour. It was actually like an hour and 5 minutes. I've let it cool completely. I took off the side and it's ready for you to dig in. You could add a little whipped cream on this if you wanted to when you serve it, but it absolutely does not need it. It has so much flavor on its own, and wait till you see just how moist this is. You're gonna be like, what? It's phenomenal. Look at this gorgeousness. Look, just look. Look how beautiful that is. I mean, look, I want to just see something real quick because this is the kind of stuff that mesmerizes me. The peaches have almost gone like jammy. Look at that. That is the kind of stuff that literally keeps me up at night because all I can think about, like tonight, I'll be able to think about are those like jammy peaches. I'm weird, but we're all aware of that, so it's okay. It smells really fantastic. You can smell the peaches. You can smell the blueberries. Oh my goodness. It is just, it completely melts in your mouth. Like probably one of the softest cakes you will ever eat. I mean, I really gotta go because I'm having a moment and I need to be alone. But this is excellent and you need to make it this weekend. Give me a cup of coffee or tea and this will be heaven. LauraInthekitchen.com has you covered. Hope you enjoy spending time with me. I'll see you next time. Bye.